In the context of good practice in social work, autonomy is currently being presented as a necessary and key component to foster change and promote social justice within organizational structures by allowing people the freedom to act and affect change in ways they perceive to be important. At the same time, it's also argued that when people or organizations collaborate and build ideas off each other, important changes can happen. Promoting true autonomy in practice, though, minimizes the actual relationship between individuals and the changing context in which they exist and work in, whether it be to people, culture, environment, knowledge, and experiences. Rather than embracing autonomy as the only alternative to control, we should consider the mutual growth of people in practice to share the uncertainty we have as individuals in order to gain collective confidence and success. While large-scale change is needed in the organization of social welfare and support, there are many ways in which people already resist the implications of current social welfare frameworks. The question remains, though, how do leaders support collective growth in the hopes that this will continue to break down barriers of oppressive systems when the systems threaten solidarity and social justice missions amongst workers? Yolanda Drost, a team leader working in child welfare, discusses how building connections between people and organizations can lead to social change. She argues that mentoring, team building, and collaboration are important processes in connecting social workers to personal and professional growth through learning, reflecting on, and adapting to new knowledge and experiences.
I think mentoring helps everybody, new social workers, old social workers. I think it's really important for anyone professionally to have a mentor, and it's really important that they not feel they have to have all the answers and that it's this continuous process of learning. And I think that overall for the social work profession, it will build more retention if people feel they're getting the mentorship and the training right from the beginning to be good social workers. And I think that we lose people when they get thrown out there.
By using mentoring as a tool for team building and professional cohesiveness, the role of leadership can be seen as facilitating a complex interplay of many interacting forces, rather than simply getting the work done. At times, team building can be seen as wasteful in terms of organizational governance, but in reflecting on this, Drost uses the example of canceled morning meetings to show how investing in people can promote both humane organizational governance and meet organizational requirements.
When I went away, these morning meetings got canceled because they were really seen as they were wasting everybody's time. And when I came back, I thought, okay, we'll see how it goes without morning meetings. And what I found is that the team wasn't communicating. The people were still taking that same amount of time that we were wasting in team meetings to check in individually in each other's offices. And things just sort of started to be a very individual focus versus a very team focus, where everybody is a part of the same team that we're working in and talking to each other. And I think that that's what our team, although we have a lot of these team building things, are a very effective team and get a lot more work done than other teams that don't do. I think it speaks to how effective team building actually is.
By promoting the importance of relationships between team members, there is room to promote organizational performance through building trust and meeting the needs of people within our connection to other people and the work. And finally, through an example of inter-organizational collaboration between child welfare, local police, and family support services, we can see how collaboration can connect ideas and services both inside and outside the organization, promoting, once again, collective growth and service provision that invests in people over organizations.
The purpose of the center is to collaborate so that the child is the focus of our services, not every other individual service agency's mandate. And I think that when you collaborate and put the child at the center and the family at the center of your work, then you get more effective and more less trauma for the children and more effective services put in place for the children and for the families.
These examples of mentoring, team building, and collaboration show how investment in people challenges the role of autonomy in social work practice, suggesting that although the individual is never free, people have the ability to rework their relationships in established networks of power, thereby creating more flexible social arrangements, and in this process shape the spaces of movement and legitimize multiple personal and professional options.
As a leader, you have to really be passionate about social work and the change that you can do in the world, and being a leader is how I see that you can be most effective for that change.